is seeking answers and not giving up until you find them. Because we don't just want your kids to grow up. We want them to grow up stronger.
Puerto Rico in the dark again. Our Stephanie Ramirez is just back from the island. We're learning some surprising facts about Barbara Bush from the reporter who wrote her biography.
Barbara Bush had a serious bout of depression.
The security of your cell phone could be at risk. The Verify team has everything you need to know. And talk about a surprise.
It's good to hold my voice.
Come along as a mom and son reunite. WUSA 9 at 11 starts now. And we get started with breaking news tonight about safety in the sky. Airlines have to take action after an announcement that came just a short time ago. Action that follows that deadly mid-air engine explosion. Transportation reporter Pete Muntean is standing by in the Satellite Center to tell us more. Pete, what do we need to know?
The FAA is intervening now, Leslie. The agency just said that it will issue a mandate. It's calling for emergency safety checks of the type of engine that exploded. The engine is known as the CFM 56-7B. It is one of the most popular engines in commercial aviation. Thousands of them are out there. The FAA says it will require inspections starting in 2 weeks' time. The agency wants ultrasound tests of the fan blades. They suck air into the jet engine. One of them broke off of this 737-700. The National Transportation Safety Board investigators found signs of metal fatigue. The cracking not visible to the naked eye, rather inside the blade. Earlier today, the head of the NTSB warned of emergency actions coming.
If we find the need, if we feel that this is a deeper issue, we have the capability to issue urgent safety recommendations.
People have been finding parts of the engine that blew in Berks County, Pennsylvania. These are pieces of the engine covering. The NTSB has a pretty good idea of where all the parts came down, but it has not yet been able to find the fan blade that broke off. Still a big mystery tonight. The FAA wanted inspections like this last year. Another CFM56 blew up in August 2016. Southwest has ramped up inspections on its own. It says that those will be done in 30 days. Leslie?
All right, Pete, I know just a few minutes ago you got the first statement from the pilot and the first officer on board that Southwest flight. What are they saying tonight?
Well, we've heard a lot from Captain Tammy Jo Schultz and First Officer Darren Elsior. We've just heard his name. Interviewed today by investigators, but they are not doing interviews with the media. They said simply, we are doing our jobs, and their hearts are heavy about the woman who lost her life on that flight. Leslie?
They certainly saved a lot of lives, though, that's for sure, Pete. Thank you. All right, the chief is keeping his eye on some showers heading our way tonight. He's here tonight with a first look at D.C.'s most accurate forecast. Hey, Top.
Yeah, showers right now pretty far west, just about to enter West Virginia and western PA, even a couple of areas of thunderstorms. But most of this activity is going to peel off to the north of us overnight. So by 2:30 in the morning, we could see some showers as close as Hagerstown. They'll be light. Temperatures in the 40s. And then by the time we get to 3:30, maybe a couple showers in Martinsburg. That's about it. 44 now, 47 downtown. And then by morning, the commute looks dry. Temperatures on the chilly side, 45 downtown, 43 in Bowie, and 44 in Bethesda, but already 39 in Hagerstown. By the time we get to 9 o'clock, now we're 45. And some more showers moving into Hagerstown and Cumberland. Let you know what that means if you're trying to walk to lunch. And we'll talk about some strong winds tomorrow afternoon.
All right, also new tonight from St. Mary's County, a student arrested and charged with bringing a semi-automatic handgun to school. This happened at Park Hall Elementary. Police were called after a student told a staff member about that gun. In Fairfax County tonight, there's a homicide investigation underway. Police say 30-year-old Michael Cooker of Herndon died of some kind of upper body trauma. Cooker's body was found about 900 feet from a railroad bridge along Colchester Road. We don't know yet if he was killed there or dumped there. No weapons were found, and police say they do not believe there's any threat to the public. Let's talk about that ongoing crisis in Puerto Rico almost 7 months after Hurricane Maria made landfall. Crews were making some progress on restoring power there, but tonight the entire island is back in the dark. So here's what happened. A subcontractor working to restore power accidentally knocked out a major power transmission line, and that could take another full day to get repaired before electricity is restored to the 1.5 million people who lost power today. Our Stephanie Ramirez